So time is really something that doesn't move. And even though we're all going to be there at 8 o'clock tonight, time itself hasn't moved. We have. We've just found a way to clock what moves. So we have put a measure on exactly how the planet moves, but time does not move. You need to understand that. Because if you live in the perception that time moves, then you are racing against something that, one, doesn't exist, and two, you can't beat. You can't beat something that doesn't exist. It's an imaginary enemy. And so what exactly is stress with time? If time doesn't exist, what exactly is stress? What is our issue with time? I'll give you my second joke for the evening. I'll slip with this one in. Is it possible that you go like this and you look at a clock and you've got to hand in something at 4 p.m., okay? Deadline, 4 p.m. It's now, say, 11. I'll give you some grace. So it's 11 a.m. and you've got to be in by 4. You've left it to the last minute. Your boss has been asking you to have it in. It's 4 p.m., D-Day. Is it possible that you stand still and time goes? That would be stress, because then you'd have to go, oh my God, I have to catch up. But aren't you both doing that? So, do you understand what I'm talking about here? If you're moving with the same movement, then you can't have an issue with time, because the moment you start to apply yourself, you are actually in time, with time, and therefore it's impossible to be in a stress situation. So what we're actually, is that too hard, too much? What we're actually doing is we're creating a perception where time is getting away with us, so we create a tension in our body, which is anxiousness or nervous tension, that we try to keep up with something, and trying to keep up with something is where we find the tension. In other words, it's getting away from us. So we spend an enormous amount of energy trying to wrestle that instead of doing what is there to be done. But what is there to be done is being done at the same time as time. Because at 4 p.m., you will be at 4 p.m. The clock doesn't hit 4 p.m. and you're still at 2. If it did that, then you'd have a very good excuse to say, whoa, I'm way behind, I've got to catch up. But you're not way behind trying to catch up, you are moving with it. All that is doing is clocking. So is it possible that our real issue with time is not the fact that we can't beat it or we can't hand things in, but the fact that time is asking us, where are you at any given moment? And if you are trying to avoid where you are at any given moment, then time is not so much the enemy, but the buzzer that's saying, where are you, where are you, where are you, where are you? Okay, so why is it that we avoid being together? Why is it that we avoid being present? Why is it that awareness is so scary? Why is it that we don't want to be so present? Could it be that in that presence we become very bright, very powerful, very intelligent, very aware? That we remember how beautiful it was being a child surrounded by sphericalness and how happy we were just being on our own? Is it possible that we come to so much power that we freak out? Is it possible that we come so together that we can go, look out, I'm here? Is it possible? Is it possible that our real issue with time is not that it's moving and we can't control it? Is it possible that you could go, you know what, that thing that you wanted me to hand in by 4 p.m., I'm going to have it in by 3 p.m. and it's going to just be spectacular. Do you know why? Because it's me doing it. Is it possible that you can connect to that level of awareness? Is it possible that you are trying to avoid that awareness for some reason? Okay, so let's go there. Do I have your permission to go there? A few nods, just a few nods, maybe? Okay. Okay. Our greatest hurt, are you ready? The greatest hurt that we carry is not being cherished for who we truly are. What was stolen from us as a child, not by our parents because they don't know any different. So they're the produce of a generation that stole it from them, and every generation. It's just the whole system that we've allowed. Our greatest hurt is the fact that we've had our awareness stolen from us, our presence, our ability to feel all that we are at any given moment. And so we don't like to stop and feel, because the greatest hurt was the fact that the world did not cherish you for who you truly are.